Looking for some new podcasts to listen to? Well, Rat Salad Review Network has plenty of shows to choose from. Like Rat Salad Review, where they discuss the latest rock and metal news, as well as interviews and albums. Album versus Album, the King Diamond Podcast, with Wayne Noon, Greg Noggle, and sometimes this guy.
Smack 'em a gob!
Ralph Vieira is also on our network with the Vieira Vault. There's also Old Man Metal's Musings, where he discusses heavy metal and beer. Music is Life with Lou Mavs. The Right Opinion for those who love politics. A South Park podcast called Suck My Balls. The Infinite Fringe, a watch-along wrestling show called Beyond Bushido. Ex-Stradivarius guitarist, the Timo Tolkki podcast. And the Great Harry Barnett with I Don't Even Like Podcasts. So check out ratsaladreview.com or search Rat Salad Review on YouTube, Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and more.
It's time for Rat Salad Review with your hosts, Wayne Noon, Greg Norgal, and Nate Lander.
Salad Review. Today we are here with Dushan Petrossi from the bands Magic Kingdom and Iron Mask. And Iron Mask, you have a new album coming out. Actually, it's coming out this month soon?
Yeah, it's coming the 4th here in Europe, in America. So I think it's a bit later, the 11th. I think, I'm not sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I got the promo, so I got to get this interview with you, and this is actually the first time I've listened to any of your albums.
Oh,
so
really? Oh.
I'm fairly new to you. I mean, I was a huge power metal fan, like, you know, when power metal really became like huge, like back in like 97, 98-ish and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then over the years, I kind of like got out of it a little bit. But, you know, I always kept those favorite bands. Like my favorite band's Halloween, so I always stayed like with Halloween and like, you know, Rhapsody and stuff like that. And then when I got the promo for this album, I was like, oh, cool. I know who you guys are. I've always heard of the name. But I really wanted to get into the album and take a listen to it. And just on the first listen, I was like, holy crap. I love power metal again because every song is very catchy and very memorable. And everything that I loved about power metal, and I think a lot of power metal bands have gotten away from that kind of stuff. And you are doing what's right with power metal.
Yeah, thank you. You know, it's always been my kind of, you know, the base of my work is always been to write good melodies, and you know, whatever you call the style, you know, power metal. For me, it's metal. You know, I write riffs.
I hate all
it has to be melodic. Otherwise, I like the music when it's really melodic, and then when it stays in your head, and that's very important. You know, sometimes I just have the vocals melody, and then I do everything after that. So it's you see, it's kind of one of the first thing in my mind, always when I write new stuff.
So when you write stuff, you don't write the guitar stuff. Do you write vocals first, or
it depends. It depends. I have many melodies recorded in my, you know, files on my phone, everywhere in my studio, and sometimes, you know, a song could be started and or even the keyboards or whatever, or even the drums sometimes, or bass. It all depends the mood and the song, but I have a lot of choruses ready, you know, which I can pick for any kind of song. So the most difficult thing is to take these choruses and make it into songs, you know. I think that's why it's so melodic and so, you know, I always pay very much attention on the vocals and the melody of the voice, guitar melodies and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I always notice the most. Is like, if you got a catchy chorus, you got me. I'm sold. and you definitely have that almost on every song on this album. I mean, I was going through it before I was at work. I'm listening to it again just before we did this, and I'm just trying to like pick a song that's just like, you know, my favorite. But it's almost like every song is just like one after the other. They're all good.
Thank you.
Although I think Tree of the World, though, I think that's my favorite one. I think I narrowed it down.
Yeah, we did the video clip for that one.
Okay.
So maybe it's the right one to do the clip. So yeah, I think it's very catchy. It's very you can sing it right after listening one or two times. It's getting in your head, and you can sing it, and you can when you get a live gigs, you make that kind of songs, and it's what people like, and they sing together with us, and everything. And so this kind of song is very important for us.
Yeah. Now, who's singing on Revolution Rise? Because obviously that's a different singer.
Yeah, this is Oliver Hartman.
He's on this one too.
I always worked with him. It was on previous albums in 2005 on Hordes of the Brave. He sang a lot of songs there, and later also on the Shadow of the Red Baron. And we didn't keep in touch for so long, almost 10 years. But he always did some choirs in my other albums, and I was trying a little bit to recreate this mood from the past. So I called him again and said, "Okay, man, we want to sing one more song or two choirs?" And he agreed. And it's nice. It's nice because I really love his voice. And the funny thing is, not doing power metal anymore, and just agreed to do that for me. So it's cool.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. Really? Yeah, I know who he is too. He's another one. Like I never really followed him, but he's always in bands that I've listened to. And then when I saw he was on a few of your albums, actually, I've been listening to all your albums like the whole week, just so I can get ready for this.
So quite an overdose.
Yeah, I didn't realize you had so many, but yeah, I got through all of them, and I actually ordered all of them a couple days ago.
Wow.
because AFM had a sale, and Iron Savior's new album came out. So
right. There's still kind of sale for the Black Friday stuff. That's cool.
Yeah. So there was a whole bunch of stuff on there. So I saw all the Iron Mask albums, and I was like, all right, I'm getting them, whatever they got. So I might have to get maybe like the first two, but yeah, I have all your collection now.
Yeah, it's a 7 album now. It's cool.
Yeah. So who's your big influence? Obviously, I hear Yngwie Malmsteen.
It's a lot of people say that, but so many years. I started, of course, when I was very young, and we all loved what he was doing in the 80s, and of course, he influenced me quite a lot when I was a teenager, and I was, discovering all these metal bands, and all the 80s was really so great to me, and that was really the golden age of for me, for metal, for guitar playing, for virtuoso playing, and technical playing. This kind of player that raised the bar very high in the 80s, and I wanted to be part of that, of course. So I like this guy, and for this technique, I like this guy for that technique, and I try to make my own technique in the end. And I hope after all these years, the people can hear a little bit, not only Yngwie Malmsteen that I play, but also my style a little bit.
Yeah,
of course, it's obvious. Like we both like neoclassical and melodic stuff, so it's maybe that in that way we're connected.
Yeah, that way I can definitely see. But yeah, I definitely do hear you do have your own style in there, and you're a lot different than Yngwie too, as well as like when you create your music. I mean, Yngwie, when he makes a song, you can almost tell it's just about him in a way, and the song's kind of like a second thought. But with you and going through your albums, I can tell you're more into what actually the song can do, not just not you just showing off and being fancy. You want the whole song as a whole to be presented to everybody.
Yeah, sometimes to have a great technique, it's a danger for a song. You can have a million of YouTube players, and then you will never play in stadiums and big halls. And it's great. Okay, you play in your bedroom, you play on YouTube. That's also cool if you like that. But my goal was never to be just to be a technical player. My goal was always to be first as a good songwriter. Many people could like it first, the song, then your skills. The players in the band are all great. So for me, it's important also to have, of course, great players and technical players. But that's not the first priority. The first priority is to make very great songs. And I think when you see bands like AC/DC and Iron Maiden or even Metallica, they're all great players, but it's not only technical what they're doing.
Right. Yeah. Now you mentioned AC/DC. What do you think of their new album?
Oh, I still didn't hear it.
You haven't heard it? I have
to listen. Right. I think I heard a couple. One clip it's nice. I think back to the roots a little bit. It's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. We did a show about it last week, and because I do the show with a couple other guys, they're working right now, so that's why they would usually be on the show with me. But we kind of had mixed feelings about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people seem to like it, but I don't know.
I still
It's
have to listen to
AC/DC,
the
so
rest. I don't know. I don't know. I never
yeah.
was so huge fan of AC/DC. I like AC/DC for the power, for the
Mm,
simple way to make something sound great, and
yeah.
sometimes it
Hmm.
can be difficult because there's well, you don't have 100,000 of millions of chords
Right. Yeah.
in your hand, so it can be a bit difficult if you try to make
Right. Yeah.
some different song. You always end up playing. Oh fuck! This I did 30 years ago. Did it 20 years ago. So in every kind of music is difficult, but this particular kind of music is difficult to be original.
Yeah. 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 What's the first metal album that you really got into?
I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was something from Gary Moore from early
Oh,
80s.
okay.
Very young at that, but then not 7, 8 years old. I don't remember the name of the album. It was something from Guy Moore, then Iron Maiden, of course, and then of course all this the classical player from the 80s, first Angry Malmsteen, of course, and all the
Yeah.
progressive stuff, Dream Theater, Symphony X later.
Yeah.
It's kind of stuff I really like.
Hmm. Cool. It's funny you mentioned Gary Moore. I actually just got into him actually a few months ago because I saw a song that just popped up out of nowhere. I'm a huge Thin Lizzy fan, and he did a
Yeah,
song with Phil Lynott. Well, I know he was with Thin Lizzy
yeah,
for a while, but
yeah,
he
yeah.
did like
It's
a solo
a
thing with him.
Military Man. It's something, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a cover album.
yep, yeah. And I really like that song, so I kind of got more into his stuff. So I really got there's a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of things I
Yeah,
got
that
to
was
check out.
great albums. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. After that, he did a bit more blues, but
right.
was also he always had a kind of rock playing even in the blues. I think.
Hmm.
Was,
Yeah, and he's got a good voice too, so I really got to check out more of
yeah,
his
yeah,
stuff.
of course.
Yeah. Let's see what else. I I noticed like when this band started, Iron Mask, it was supposed to be just like a project, right?
Yeah, it was okay. Not a project, but it was kind of exit from. I was blocked with my first band, Magic Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
The
Hmm.
first contract we had, I had to put the first label we had into court because the contract was completely bullshit, and it was perpetual and forever
Oh wow.
contract with the same guy because the next option was for the next album was the same condition for the first one. So this is
Mm.
forbidden, and was against that. The guy didn't want to let me go from the label. I
Huh.
had an offer from Lim Music at that time, the label from which was with Rhapsody. So I
Hmm.
did fuck it. I have to put that in court to be free, and
Oh wow.
it took a little bit of time, 4 or 5 years before I was free. Then
Mm.
I couldn't wait, so I did another band, Iron Mask, and that's how Iron Mask was born.
Oh wow. That's cool. Yeah, that sounds like a really pain in the ass though with all the legal trouble.
Yeah, yeah. I was fucking young, you don't know what to sign. You're so happy. Yeah, fuck, I'm signing
Right.
my first band. I'm young.
Yeah.
You don't read shit. You just sign and you do it like a crazy
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, because
And
you're
after
excited, you
paying
know.
the fucking lawyer for years to be free.
Huh.
But I was happy I won the case, and of course it was illegal, and
Yeah.
they should have made me sign another contract, and they didn't do so. I was free. They
Wow.
wanted to keep same contract, which was not legal.
Wow. And now, what would have happened if we didn't win? Just forget,
I don't know.
change the whole band name?
I think they would have taken the second Magic Kingdom album, and then I don't know what happened. Maybe I would have stopped Magic Kingdom and just play with Iron Man.
Yeah, wow, that's cool. Lucky you got it back. But now I noticed you've had a lot of band members with this band. There's been a lot of people in and out. Why? Is it your fault? What's going on?
No, not really.
I'm only kidding.
What it was some kind of guys that really, there's guys that promise you things that just they record the album, then you never see them. That was
Right.
the case with the few drummers we had in the past.
Hmm.
But okay, it was not important so much because they were not involved in the band. But the most difficult is when a singer is on the album and then doesn't want to do tours because he has this or that, or is sick, or is always sick, or is need to go in surgery for the. Okay, that's health, but but
Hmm.
some guys just say, well, okay, we're gonna be there, but they're not there. So the
Yeah.
core of the band always was Rami, Vasily, and me for the last 11 years now. So it's always been
Okay.
singers, that we had. Not with Mark Bowles, because Mark Bowles, we knew he was from Los Angeles, and we knew it's going to be difficult to always go on tour with him because, it's far from Belgium. It costs money
Right.
for the flights and everything. We knew that. So We did it as long as we could, because it was, a lot of investment for the flights and everything for touring. But after that, some guys were more into. They never were in the core of the band, which was Vasily, Rami, and me. So there's three guys always having fun, enjoying life, enjoying recording, and there's one guy always out of the circle, smoking cigarette 10 meters away from you, barely speaks. So that's fucking strange a little bit,
Right,
we always treated them like brothers. We shared everything, so I don't see what could be wrong in the band. It's always been like that. And now I'm happy we found Mike, which is from Belgium, so it's really easy now for us. It's much better.
Yeah, I music as well, and my guitarist that I got together with, we've been friends for years, and we started a band years ago, and we tried to work with people. And then it just became like the same as your situation. Somebody says they're going to be there at practice, and they just never show up.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I'm just like, you know what? Let's just me and you do stuff, and we can just work on our own and make our own songs. And finally we got stuff done. And we even went through the same problem with the singer too. As we find one singer who promises to do stuff. It is.
Energy,
we wasted 4 years.
Your energy, time, and a lot of problems. Yeah.
Yeah. And it actually gets you like depressed a little bit in a way, because you have your music that you want to get done, but you're always waiting on people to, finish, what you want to get done. And it just, it drags you down.
The last thing we had, it was actually a Prog Power festival in Atlanta in America. So and the guys refused to get it on the bill because we changed the singers. They said, okay, now this is the singer left. So it's impossible because all the papers, the visas, and it's difficult for us. So we lost a very great gig that last year because of that singer change.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that sucks. Now you worked with Oliver Hartman. Did you ever have him in mind to do all the albums at all, or he just didn't want to do it?
It's always been he left, this power metal band he was in years ago. So he always said to me, "Don't do power metal anymore." He wants to, focus on his bands, and it's more kind of hard rock thing, which I respect and I like what he does. But I don't think he will ever return into power metal, and especially now he's in Avantasia, so he's touring a lot, and I respect that. It's good for him. It's nice touring all over the world. There's seeing a lot of people everywhere. Okay, when all this Corona bullshit will finish one day, I hope. But I don't think he will ever come back for power metal. Maybe one day, we never know. For the moment, anyway, we found a great guy. It's Mike. He's a cool guy, technical, good technique, good voice, good melody, nice guy. He's really part of the band, like us three. It's cool.
Yeah, definitely. He's actually, from going through all the albums. I mean, everything that you've had involved with the albums has been excellent. But the new guy, he's really great. I think keep him.
Yeah. He's a really down to earth guy, and he's not a diva at all. When he says something, he's gonna do it. When he promises something, he's gonna do it. He was a big fan of Iron Mask before joining the band. So it's
oh really? Okay.
It's really cool to have that guy in the band, and he's really happy with us, and with whatever we do, he's happy. The recording went so great, face to face, because I always send the audio tracks with my voice, to the singers to learn all the things, all the harmony, all the lyrics, all the melodies. And this time, we recorded face to face. Of course, I send him all the stuff so he can learn and be ready for the studio. But this time, in my studio, face to face in Belgium, was much better than just doing that all over the internet and never meet the guy and just correct the stuff from audio and okay, this is my list, please change this. So much better and quicker, better when you do it face to face.
Yeah, I can imagine, because one-on-one you can tell them what you want done here and there, and then that makes things so much easier.
Really, I think that's why the album sounds so great. The vocal sounds so cool, because each time there was something I didn't like or we didn't like, okay, let's have a break. Let's discuss about these 2 minutes. Okay, let's change this word. It's not good, not fitting. Okay, we change this word. We change a little bit the melody. Okay, now we can do this part. What do you think? Do your on your own. You're free to do what you like, and that's why it sounds so good.
Yeah, it does. What about the rest of the band members? Are they all in the same area as you two, or you got a send the files to them and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah. The bass player Vasily is also in Belgium. Just Rami is in Germany. But we always record together, except this time because of the corona. All the border was closed, so we did it. I sent in the demos with the drum programming. So he did the recording. He hired the studio in Germany, and every day we talked. He showed me what he recorded via Skype. So we did it like that for once. So and normally it shouldn't be like that, but just for this album, we didn't have a choice.
Yeah. How is it where you are with the coronavirus?
Oh yeah, it's okay. Belgium is a small country. It's not, but there's a lot of people sick, and so from the end of September, the infection went up again. So everything went back to the lockdowns, and only one guy could you can meet just one guy when home or something. Just one guy, not more. For the moment, just one guy. You cannot see anyone. Just stay home and just go out for the groceries.
Jeez.
That's it.
So are you still in lockdown or no?
But when you're recording and I write a new album, I'm already in a lockdown, so it doesn't change a lot. Yeah. But the bad thing is the gigs, and then everything is canceled and postponed to next year. And our last gig was already last year, so it's start to be a long time.
Yeah. Did you have anything lined up for this year to play?
For this year, no, it's not. It's nothing. Everything is postponed to next year.
Yeah. Well, did you have things scheduled already to before the virus really became big?
Yeah. We had a festival in Germany was canceled, and we have to do it next year now.
Wow. Well, hopefully next year.
I hope something will change with this vaccine.
Yeah, hope so. Did they say when you guys might be getting the vaccine at all, or?
I think here they start in UK in December already, and here in Belgium it's gonna be for February, March, something like that. So we'll see. Good. I'm not, so a lot of people are scared to take the vaccine. I think that's stupid to say. You just take the fucking vaccine, and what's gonna happen? Nothing's gonna happen. It's a new kind of vaccine that just doesn't even infect your cells actually. So I'm not scared of that. I just got a flu vaccine 1 month ago. So what the fuck? I don't care. I prefer to be safe and not contaminate anyone, and be able to play live gigs as soon as possible.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are really waiting to see live shows again. It's been a long time. People are getting tired of getting locked up in their house.
Yeah, I think in the beginnings can be. We musicians don't see it so much different because we're always kind of locked home for recording. When you have a home studio, it's our routine. But now it's really start to become really, really, really difficult. Just going out for grocery and just go little bit, walking, and then go back home. That's difficult, and then the children also not so happy. Not seeing the band. That's difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine. So you have a home studio. Have you always had a home studio, or is this something new?
Yeah, I always kind of, the last 20 years, we always had a little kind of studios, but now I moved and I have a little bit bigger house, which I could build a new home studio, and then that's really, really great. Now we can do drums recording and everything home, and that's cool.
Oh, wow. That's cool. You must have a big spot then.
Yeah, it's quite big. Yeah, it's cool, really cool. It's not in Brussels because in Brussels, it's you can't afford this kind of houses. You have to go a bit out of Brussels if you want something big. But I think if you're a musician, you need this kind of space, and so I don't regret leaving Brussels at all.
Yeah. And do you mix and master your stuff too, or you have somebody do all that stuff?
No, we always use another guy. We mix all together. This time we mix all together online with Angelo. It's a guy, an Italian guy that lives in Tenerife actually. So he moved from Italy to Tenerife, and we always meet with him because he's a good friend of us, and he's also our sound engineer for live gigs, and he's a cool guy and decent prices and decent everything cool. There's a lot of guys that just do a mix, and then you have 2 versions, 3 versions maximum. If you're not happy, it's gonna be like that. If you want more, you pay more. But with Angelo, we can redo 5, 6, 7, 10 versions. If you don't like, he's always listening and changing everything till we're satisfied. So it's really cool to work with someone like that.
Well, that's good. Yeah, it seems like you have like all the right people working with, especially with this album. It sounds like everything's like aligned itself. I guess everybody's
Yeah, I
working
think this
together.
time, yeah, it was cool, especially for the with the singers. With the singer now, we're really happy with the. It's kind of this core with three guys becomes four guys, and Angelo was always there anyway for the
Mm.
3, 4 last albums. So
Yeah.
it's improving all the time. It sounds mix sound even better and better. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. And one thing I remember too about you guys is you were featured. It was very short little clip. Is the Anvil documentary?
Ah, yeah.
Did you know you were going to be thrown into that too, or
Yeah,
was that just like a
because
surprise?
the crew was shooting every fucking day. What you see is actually not even 10% of what they were shooting.
Oh, really?
Not only about us, but about Anvil also. Where that was a hell of a tour. That's already 15 years ago. Remember?
Yeah.
And that was really, really a difficult tour because all the gigs were so badly planned, and sometimes we were okay. You play there, you arrive at that country, Bulgaria or Greece, and then you come up, and promoter is not there, and didn't prepare the gig, or few people was just there, and was not promoted, and it was very difficult. But sometimes there was a lot of people, but it was kind of difficult because it was really hard. It was really just you do it for the love of music, or we didn't get paid, we didn't get anything, no food, nothing. We did all by ourselves. And then the guy was there with shooting the crew of Anvil, and he was shooting us also. So I knew we were gonna end up a little bit on this movie. That's cool.
Yeah. Did you get more noticed because of that movie?
Maybe, you never know. I don't know. Now with Spotify, you can check everywhere when you have listeners. So it's cool to see a lot of listeners everywhere. We have a lot of fans in USA. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, so, I saw you posted on Facebook a couple days ago that USA is like one of the top ones, right?
Yeah, that's really cool. Yes, that's really, really cool.
Which is good because power metal kind of died here a little bit.
Come for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I hope next year.
Yeah, have you ever been here or no?
No, never. We almost, as I told you, last year for the Prog Power Festival in Atlanta, we almost came, but that was canceled at the last minute. So,
wow,
they promised us for our next edition, but I hope it's still gonna exist next year or 2 years. Even over Corona.
Yeah, that thing's been around for a while, so that should still be all right. I know it's a big thing too. A lot of bands go there.
Yeah, it's a cool festival.
Yeah, I have never been to it. It's too far away from where I live.
Where are you from? New York, you told me, yes.
New York.
Is that far? Yeah. Is that far?
Yeah, it's pretty far. Yeah. Milwaukee? Yeah, it's not close.
You have a big country, man.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, this is in Belgium.
Actually, my bass player went in New York, I think 2-3 years ago, and visited New York, and then went from New York to Canada, and then went back. It said it was really, really, really great.
Oh, you enjoyed it here?
Car, family, and it was really nice.
Yeah.
He loved the trip.
Yeah, New York's okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm sick of the traffic, though. I don't know how the traffic is over where you are.
Yeah. We have the same in Bristol, man. It's a hell.
Really?
It's fucking hell.
It's like when we leave here, when we go on like vacations and stuff, it's like you don't want to come back because getting back is going to take longer than the trip took to get to wherever you went. It's a nightmare.
Fuck yes.
Although now they got rid of a lot of the tolls, so now you can just kind of just drive through. So I'm hoping now, next time I ever go on a vacation, I would just we're flying out of here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Now getting back to the new album, you accomplished something that Judas Priest could not do. You made a good song about Loch Ness.
And what? Good songs and what?
A good song about Loch Ness.
Okay. They did that. I'm not aware of that. I didn't know it. Okay.
Oh, you didn't know the Nostradamus album?
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't know. In what album?
I think, is it Nostradamus? No, it's not Nostradamus. It's the one before that. Crap, I got it behind me somewhere. I think it's Angel of Retribution. Nope, it's not on. Yes, it is. Okay. Angel of Retribution.
Okay. I didn't know. Okay. I
Listen to
think
that
that
song.
we're not the only bands. I think there's many bands that wrote about that. I think, actually, I started that song with the keyboards, with orchestration, my orchestration samples, and I just played that first chord. I said, "Oh fuck, that sound a little bit Scottish," and
Yeah.
actually, it all started with that. All the songs started with that, and all the harmony, and all the vocals and the guitar riff, everything, and then the intro became the chorus, and then that's how this song really, really was born. It's I didn't even know about what I'm gonna talk about. It's just sounded Scottish. So it's like, yeah.
But it came out really cool. I mean, if you never heard of Judas Priest one, go listen to it. It's nothing compared to yours.
Okay. It's that bad, man.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but it's strange.
Okay. I'm gonna listen to that.
But yours is good. Yours is very catchy, and that's first thing I noticed, man. It was like, all right, good. Finally, a good Loch Ness song. I'm good with that. Now, Master of Masters. Is there a theme to this? I don't have any of the. Obviously, I don't have the album yet, but is there a theme to the album or?
Yeah. I think I had the title right after the release of Diabolica 4 years ago. I said, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna make this album title, the title track, and the Master of Masters I'm gonna talk about the money, because the master of all the masters is money in this world. That's why we have this three king, kneeling in front of the Iron Mask character that this time is money, represent money. So it means, USA, China, Europe, all bow to the money. It's not only this country, but we didn't have enough space to make many kings. Just three kings was enough. So that just means the money rule the world, and that's, I think, a fact that we'll agree.
Yeah, I believe so too. Especially the way things are going lately. Yes.
Yeah.
Who does
There's a few songs on it. It's not a concept album. There's a few songs that are connected to the same thing. Revolution Rise and what was the other one? I don't remember. Never Kiss the Ring. This song, Master of Masters. This is all this kind of same theme related songs. Also, money, domination, and all these things. Richer getting more rich, and poor people even more poor. All connected.
Yeah, cool. Are there all your other albums? Are they concept albums, or you don't really do concept albums?
No, I never did a concept album, except in Magic Kingdom, where I did this kind of metal opera, long progressive song, a symphonic song, metallic tragedy. There was more a concept, because this is a story. The second part, the second chapter was 30 minute long, so. But it was not the full album. That was a double album with regular songs, and a second album with with this long song. And the first chapter was also I think 15 minutes. And the next Magic Kingdom will be the third chapter. So this is gonna be a full album concept album about the third chapter. The story, that's more heroic fantasy and medieval fantasy, shit like that.
Yeah, cool. I'll have to check out that band. I don't know why I haven't. It's just always slip through the cracks for me. But I'm gonna definitely check it out, because if I like Iron Mask, is it similar to Iron Mask, or is it a little bit different?
It's more. Iron Mask is less. Okay, not less, but it's. Magic Kingdom has more symphonic, arrangement, full symphonic arrangement with really, really fast songs, more speed metal songs. Iron Mask is a more, less speed. There's also symphonic arrangement, but more neoclassical guitar-driven, songs. But in both bands, we will always have some kind of more commercials and more melodic songs. But the main difference is that Magic Kingdom is much more speed metal, symphonic speed metal.
Yeah. All right, cool. I'll definitely gonna have to listen to it, because I love your guitar playing. So it's
Thanks.
it's stuff that's right up my alley. Now, is Iron Mask getting a little bit more notoriety than Magic Kingdom has been getting, or is it kind of maybe even, or what's going on?
No, I think because we don't play as much as Iron Mask live gigs, so we have more fans with Iron Mask. We have more tourings, more gigs, more festivals, and then of course, also more albums now than Magic Kingdom. I stopped Magic Kingdom for a few years, but now I started releasing albums like 2015 Savage Requiem, and last year Metal Mighty. So I'm, divided. My days are, I write for Magic Kingdom, then I write for Iron Mask when it's time. I try to make it once. Once it's Iron Mask, then it's Magic Kingdom year. Every 2-3 years I switch. So it's gonna be like that for the next couple of years.
Yeah. How do you keep the two bands separately? Because obviously, they have a little bit different styles from each other. But how do you differentiate what's going to be for what band?
I don't know. I just want to take a guitar. I know this is gonna be for Magic Kingdom, and I know this is gonna be for Iron Mask. And when I have all these vocals recording, I know this is gonna be for Magic Kingdom, and I know I don't know how to explain. It's really hard. I have this kind of separation in my mind. For this is for Magic Kingdom, and this is for Iron Mask. I keep all the speed tracks, more speedy tracks for Magic Kingdom, and more guitar driven music, where the guitar is a bit more focused. Music focused on more guitar. Because in Magic Kingdom, I can have, for example, I can have one long song without a guitar solo. I don't care. It's just gonna be full blast symphony and speed. But in Iron Mask, I always try to have a guitar solo. I don't know if it makes sense, but to me, it's like that.
I totally get it. Any bands that you're into now? Is there stuff that sticks out to you, or anything you've been listening to since we've been on lockdown besides your own stuff?
No, I always check up what's coming in my label and FM or to see a bit the other bands, what they're doing, and what they sign, and then it's always on my feeds, so news feeds, so I can listen sometimes. But most of my what I listen, it's more movie soundtracks, classical music, and usual 80s stuff that I like to listen in my car when I go out. I'm not. Maybe I become too old. I'm not gonna be an old ranting old guy, but I think the best was still in the past. I think.
And you're gonna be one of those guys.
Sometimes you hear a band, you hear the same another band. This is the same production, the same harmony, the same structure. Everything sounds fucking same, which it was not the same in the 80s. You clearly hear this is this band, this is this band. That's why I try to make with Iron Mask Magic Kingdom. That's why it's so difficult to make two different bands and make this this powerful music where when the listener just first when you listen to the music say, "Oh fuck, this is fucking great. I know this band. This is Iron Mask." This is the most difficult to make.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I know exactly what you're talking about because there's bands today you can't differentiate who's who anymore.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. They all, especially if you all these new bands, they want great if they do the very aggressive stuff, low tuning, and they all sound the same. It's all the same. You can just switch the musician into this band, and this band is gonna sound the same. Okay, so a few of them are really great. I don't know. I don't listen to this kind of new style of metal. I don't know. 8, 9 strings on the guitar and shit like that. Dull tune like hell, like out of tune. I don't know how to call this shit, but for me, it's really weird.
Yeah, me too. I like some of them, but like you, it gets strange after a while. And like in the 80s, you can tell. I'm a drummer, so I would recognize Alex Van Halen's drumming, and everybody had their own drum sound. Everybody had their own guitar sound, and
because it's your playing you make your sound. I can play on a 10-watt amp or a 100-watt amp. I can hear it's me playing, and the people next to me gonna say, "Yeah, this is you." It's not the amp or the gear you have that makes your sound. It's your fingers that make your sound.
Right,
and that must be like this for any kind of thing, not only music.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it's just a shame. Like, I mean, technology's been good. Like, everybody can be pretty much their own. I mean, you got your own studio. I have my own little thing. I can have my interface now, and I can record my drums at home, and everybody's doing it. But there's so many I think what really hurts a lot of things is like the plugins that people use.
Some bands just program the drums, and I can hear it. They all have the same sound. They all have the same programs, and this is bad because you don't have to do that. If you want a real good album, and I'm not gonna mention even guys, the very famous guys that still use the fucking drum machine. You're not a dance pop bullshit act. Just fucking record the drums, man. Fucking record the drums. This is important. It's so much different when you record a drummer and when you program drums. This is so much different, so much better.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it feels like there's actually people playing. You can tell that there's actually emotion into the music that you're listening to, and not just some program nonsense.
You can have all the sample in the world, all the samples in the drum sound in the world. It's never gonna sound like when a drummer plays the song. Never. Yeah. You can program it, with humanizer, bullshit, no quantize, we quantize, all the shit. All are gonna hear it. It's not gonna be the same. Okay, You're gonna be fucking perfect. You're gonna be a robot. You're gonna be perfect because you're on the click like hell. But you're not musical anymore. You're not alive. You're not human anymore.
Right. Yeah, you turn into a robot.
Bands sound the same because they keep bullshit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly one thing. When I said I was going to work with my friend on music, I said I don't want things plugged in. I don't want. You got to EQ things here and there, but I don't want to sound fake. That's the one thing I just don't want to sound like every other band out there.
It's very important.
Yeah. Because then you just get lumped into every other band, and then nobody gives a shit anymore.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, I thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thanks a lot for the interview, man.
Yeah, it was really fun, and like I said, I really love the new album.
Thanks a lot, man.
And it's really it's gonna be. I don't know if it's going to be my favorite of the year, but it's up there.
Oh yeah, it has to be for sure.
It's definitely up there because this year I've been very surprised. There's been a lot of really good albums out lately, but yours is like it's excellent. It really is. And if people watching the show you're really not into power metal, just give Iron Mask a try, and believe me, the catchiness of the choruses and even the guitar playing and just everything. It's just the whole album's just really good. It's the album itself is a 10/10 for me, I think.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot.
So I really enjoyed it a lot, and everybody you can get it at what is the website for AFM? AFM Records or something. I think it's afmrecords.de or whatever. But is it available on your website too?
Yeah. DE Indian. Yeah.
Is it available on your website too? Because do you guys ship your own stuff out?
Of course, yes. First, all the pre-orders we had are gonna be all sent tomorrow. So the people that's gonna be in sync with the release day here in Europe is 4th of December. So
okay, cool.
They're gonna get it this week. I don't know in America. I think it's a bit later the release. I'm not sure.
Right. Okay. What is the website, just so people know?
ironmask.com. That's it.
Right. Ironmask. Can't get any easier than that. And do you autograph the albums at all?
Yeah, of course. Yes.
All right, cool. Then I'm going to order one from you directly, and I want
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Means a lot.
Because I do love it. So please, everybody, go check out Dushan's band, Iron Mask, and please check out Magic Kingdom as well. If you love the power metal stuff, even if you don't, just please give it a try, and I promise you will at least like one song. Right? Do you have a favorite song off the new album?
I like a lot of songs, but Tree of the World, Never Kiss the Ring, the long Nothing Lasts Forever, which is 9 minutes long. It's also great. Of course, the title track, Masters of Masters. The song we're gonna play live, I really love them. These songs we're gonna play for sure. Dance with the Beast also.
Yeah. Are you gonna play most of the album live?
Not all, because we have a lot of songs already. So we sometimes. Or we play like 4 hours, it's impossible, But we're gonna pick 3-4 songs of the new album, and then we're gonna put it in the set list for sure. Yeah.
All right, very cool, awesome. Well, again, thank you very much for coming on the show, and we will see you guys next time. Please visit ratsoundreview.com and buy a T-shirt and subscribe to our shows: YouTube, Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes. Just look up ratsoundreview.com, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.